Types of killers. Profit killer. Definition: a killer motivated by financial gain. These crimes often involve life insurance policies, inheritances, or financial debts. Example: a person kills or hires hitmen to eliminate business rivals or relatives in disputes over inheritance or financial gain. Psychology: often driven by greed, narcissism, or psychopathy, profit killers lack empathy and view human life as expendable for monetary benefit. Munchausen syndrome by proxy, MSBP. Definition: a caregiver, usually a parent, harms or fakes illness in a dependent, usually a child, to gain attention or sympathy. Example: a mother who deliberately makes her child ill to gain attention from medical professionals or the public. Psychology: tied to factitious disorder imposed on another. Perpetrators often exhibit attention-seeking behaviors and pathological lying. Revenge killer. Definition: motivated by anger or vengeance, often targeting those who have wronged them or represent a perceived injustice. Example: a man who kills an abusive partner or someone who harmed his family. Psychology: often driven by unresolved anger, narcissistic rage, or a need to restore a sense of control and justice. Black widow. Definition: a woman who marries or forms relationships with individuals and kills them, often for financial gain or control. Example: a woman who marries multiple times and murders her spouses for life insurance payouts. Psychology: motivated by greed or psychological needs such as control or revenge, these killers often manipulate through charm before committing the crime. Thrill killer. Definition: a killer who murders for the excitement or pleasure derived from the act. Example: teen thrill killers who target strangers for fun and a sense of dominance. Psychology: often tied to psychopathy or antisocial personality disorder, thrill killers lack empathy and seek stimulation through violence. Team killer or accomplice. Definition: two or more individuals who conspire and commit murders together, often with a dominant leader and a submissive follower. Example: Bonnie and Clyde, an American couple who robbed banks, kidnapped, and murdered during the Great Depression. Psychology: group dynamics, coercion, and shared pathology. One partner may dominate while the other participates out of fear, loyalty, or shared deviance. Angel of death. Definition: a medical professional or caregiver who kills those under their care, often under the guise of mercy or control. Example: a nurse who administers fatal doses of medication to patients. Psychology: often linked to a need for power, control, or attention, sometimes justified by a warped sense of compassion or heroism. Family annihilator. Definition: a killer who murders their entire family, often due to financial distress, shame, or a desire for control. Example: a man who kills his pregnant wife and children. Psychology: linked to narcissistic personality traits, extreme stress, or perceived threats to their image. Jealous lover. Definition: murder committed out of jealousy or obsession, typically targeting romantic rivals or unfaithful partners. Example: a woman who kills a spouse's lover or a perceived romantic threat. Psychology: rooted in attachment issues, possessiveness, and inability to handle rejection or infidelity. Avenger. Definition: a killer who sees themselves as delivering justice or retribution, often for moral or ideological reasons. Example: vigilantes who kill criminals or perceived wrongdoers. Psychology: may involve a savior complex or rigid moral code combined with a justification for violence. Maternal or paternal filicide. Definition: parents who kill their children, often due to mental illness, stress, or revenge against a partner. Example: a father killing a child out of perceived inconvenience or shame. Psychology: postpartum psychosis, in mothers, narcissism, or a distorted view of protecting the child from perceived harm. Sexual predator. Definition: a killer motivated by sexual violence, often targeting victims to fulfill deviant fantasies. Example: a man who commits serial murders with a focus on control and domination, targeting young women using sex. Psychology: often tied to paraphilias, psychopathy, or antisocial traits. Lady killer or romantic killer. Definition: A charming killer who seduces and manipulates victims, often using romance as a tool for exploitation or murder. Example: con artists or serial killers who exploit women emotionally or financially before killing them. Psychology combines charm with psychopathy, exploiting others' trust and affection for personal gain or satisfaction.